What's the deal, gang? What's going on? You guys hear me? I wanted to get some entries in, but we're about 2 minutes too late. I wanted to see if we could get some entries in here before the closure on this 5-minute candle. I was looking for this top wick, that's why I hopped on here really quickly. But interesting, we've had a strong Wix isn't accelerated. I don't know. I hopped on a bit early with no sirens because I was kind of looking for a sell here. But it's all right. We missed it off the 5. So let's see if we could get it off the hourly, off a top wick. It's a nice rejection area for a candle if it wanted to reject. Thus you see that 5 coming back up. Alright, it's creating a wick that the previous 5 didn't have. You got 3 minutes here, so let's see if this can pull up and we can take advantage of it on the New York Open candle. It might just pull down, honestly. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Yeah. Hopefully we can get a pullback for the open here. The 1, everything's leaving a pretty heavy bottom wick here. Previous 15 was a great sell. Yeah, I wasn't home yet. I was dropping off my oldest one to school. Got 90 seconds here, chat. This is a really nice pullback, though. Let's see what the hourly does here. It's got a nice level to filter down here where it rejected. So lock in here, 40 seconds for this 1 hour to close. This might close lower. 20 seconds. That might have been a good entry before it even closed. Thing is, it might come down first here, which wouldn't be that great, but we want a top wick. We want a top wick. All right, chat, gonna get in a sell right here, right where we are right now off this top wick. Right here. Looking to come down, finish out the range, and possible pineapples at 2651.9. Okay. So, gonna sell as we opened up and created that top wick. Actually 2650 flat, I think, is a possible pineapple area. 2650 flat here. Alright, gang, so we see that area, we'll have pineapples. Heavy bearish push. We got a wick to fill. We're really playing the relationship between these two candles with that heavy push, right? Understanding that New York just opened. We have a range to fill. We got a pretty heavy bearish direction here over the last few hours. So we understand market doesn't just turn around. It created a low. Now it's looking to fill that low, right? To fill the range down. When will it do it though? Oh, more people at the Zoom door. Welcome. Welcome aboard. Zoomers. Zoomies. This is the advantage point here. 46.7. So it's not the entire wick really. 46.76 is your advantage point here. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Come on in, everybody. Guten Morgen. Whatever that means. What a lovely morning it is. I wonder if we have any news today. No news today, right? Or just CAD news. Yeah, really no news. 3 CAD red folders, Empire State Manufacturing Index. It's an orange folder and it's at 8:30. Not enough orders grabbed. Maybe we'll see 50 here. If we see 50, we'll have more entries. Yeah, pineapple area right here, 2650. Damn. G-Man getting sniped with some friendly fire. The friendlies. It's a 5-pip top wick. What up, though? Hey, W Jose, appreciate you. Will we see 50 here? All right, taking another sell right here. Almost 50, 49.4. Let's take another sell here. Yeah, next pineapple area, if there is a pineapple, would be around 52.5 area. Maybe 51.5. If there is another pineapple. Yeah, because if we are to turn around after those last few hours of driving, figure we'd get a bottom wick either on this candle or the next, which will give us a chance to manage risk if we are wrong and it's not coming down. But if we're right, then we're right. What do we tap? What do we tap? What do we tap? Actually, if there is another pineapple, it will be at 51.1. All right, chat, you know what? I'm going to take another position here, right where we are. It's a good area at 50.1. Boom. Another sell right here off of this area to the left. We still have no bottom wick. We're waiting on this bottom wick or pullback in price. And every entry right now has, every pineapple here has come in the shape of a resistance being tapped. 4 hour no bottom wick? No. Oh well, maybe your 4 hour, not yet, right? But my 4 hour closes here in less than an hour. Zoom door. Oh, sorry. Give me one sec. Let me admit people into the Zoom. Alright, got you. Need a security guard checking IDs at the door? Ah, it's alright. It's not that serious right now. Just the Zoom gang. Just Zoom gang. This entry here was 50.2. Wow, how you keep it pretty clean. YouTube won't unshadow ban you. I mean, I don't know what it is, but YouTube doesn't like something. There's something about what we do that they don't like. I don't know what it is. But they're not really promoting the stream. YouTube ain't really doing it right now. I don't know. Maybe it could be anything, but just, I don't know. Tell me then. They should tell me. Yeah, I'd be happy if they told me why. YouTube don't promote any of my channels. It's no, before I used to be like, for all my subs at least for all of my subs, I used to be on their homepage. Like I'd pop up right away. Now, like we're streaming, I don't think I'm popping up on people's homepages. Something going on. On yours? Yeah, it's weird. Like, no, you don't. I have to look at my sub list to see if you're live. It's I don't know. It's kind of weird. Maybe it's the territory, but it's been really strange. Some people popping up, for some people no. Oh, the 15 closed here, gang. The 15 closed bullish. No top wick. Interesting. So here's the deal. This could still come up because of that bullish closure, but that's a no top wick closure, and it's at a resistance. It closed at a previous support. Below a previous support, which can act as a resistance. Alright, gang. Taking another pineapple right here. Just took another sell. It's 51.35 right here, yep. I don't know what the hell's blasting us with no wicks, no orders. On a massively bearish push, but we will see. No top wick on that 15. Indicating no range on that previous 15, and now we're blasting up. I see it blasting up. I might have one more pineapple here at 2653. But after that, I think we got to keep our stops where they are. Alright, gang. I'm gonna get into another pineapple right where we are right now. Jesus, no bottom wicks, nothing at this area. We got a pineapple here. Stops wise, I'm gonna move my stops. Yeah, the stop that makes sense. Well, I'm not gonna move my stop for your visuals, so I'm gonna move them, but that's where I would have them. I have another position right here. But I expect a pullback. If we see no pullback, I'm gonna wait for closures. I need a higher time frame closure, like an hourly closure or something. So I don't have a stop here above here. At least I'm not looking to close above there. I got a position. I got a pineapple here at 2654.2.15. This is wild for a candle with no news. I'd love to manage risk or close or break a highs, whatever it is. I can't close positions yet until the candle closes. This candle's it's gonna have to close, even if it drives up. I mean, I gotta wait for it to close. It's not driving with any news that I know of. There's nothing in the market. Just check the news, checked everything. So we are at an important level. I agree, important level, but we also don't bounce off levels and just drive the other way without grabbing orders. Even here, when you had a straight drive up, you came back for bottom wicks. So maybe this drives straight up and takes us out. Maybe this is a 1%er. But my expectation is for this to grab orders. If it doesn't and continues up, at some point we'll have to grab orders. Or at some point it'll close, right? So it's either going to continue up and close, or it's going to come down and grab orders. The volume is insane, yeah. With no bottom wicks, no orders grabbed, yeah. At this point it can just continue up, but continue up with nothing, with no pullback, no push. That was the order grab. Where there's no wicks, there's nothing. Price never came back, just one straight drive up. I don't know what it's pushing about. Do you go for more lots on the pineapples? Sometimes. Sometimes I do. Not here, it just didn't make sense here. It doesn't make sense to raise lots here. We'll see how we close. Seems like algos didn't get triggered yesterday. I don't know. This is a very interesting way to start off New York Open. With no orders, no wicks, just straight drive up after the last 3 hours of nothing but bearish pushes. Yeah, you expect some orders to be grabbed. inside wicks will be like, well, no, I'm like, I've played this game before. I've had losses where it took me, you know, a month to make back. But I'm pretty confident in the fact that I always make back my losses. Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes it, you know, it'll set me a few weeks back, a month back. Like the biggest loss I've ever had set me back like a month and a half, like 6 weeks. But, and it happens, right? It can happen here, but we play probabilities. I know long term. That's why I'm not like, motherfuckers. Yeah, it sucks. It actually doesn't make sense. What sucks here is that I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, we're rushed home for this. Yeah, at this point, I got to see how the 30 closes. And if it closes with no top wick, then I can look for more pineapples. If it closes with a top wick, if we come down, grab orders on the next 30, there's a high likelihood we close out the position. Well, at this point, I'm not expecting, that's a heavy rejection, so I'm not expecting it to come back all the way down to 76.45, right? That 4 hours flipped, right? You got, just have a leg candle for now on the 4 hour. Looks bad. Yeah, this looks terrible. Looks ugly. You got news here too, so news can push. News will give volume, so chance it pushes you up. That's a 4 hour break. Oops, hold on. Let's go with Empire State Manufacturing Index. Ah, see, that sucks. Really bad news for the dollar, so gold can come up here. So the news doesn't help us here either, except the fact that it's an orange folder. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take another position right here. Take another sell. As that flip. And if we just continue up, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna remove. If I'm gonna I'm gonna add more. I think this is the last pineapple here, because so far, unless we close bearish or we print bearish, right? But there's no more resistances to take it at. Buy stop pre-break. You can do it off the 4 and a buy stop pre-break. I'm looking for a pullback, but if we don't get a pullback, we just start blasting through all of this and we finish this range. You know, honestly, it's 130 pips stop for our initial position. So we've had worse. We've had 260 pip stops. But it made sense. You've always come down, you've grabbed orders, we've grabbed nothing. Six total positions, right? So 5 pineapples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One hourly candle. Jesus freaking Christ. It's just New York open volume. I agree, and it's the Empire State Manufacturing Index. It's an orange folder, but it all adds, right? It's still bringing in volume against us. Raja Banks be laughing. Well, you know we don't get viewers unless we sit in drawdown. So I guess this is our way of finally getting some viewers. First drawdown in like 2 months. Or first real drawdown in like 2. Might be the unluckiest person. If this was your first drawdown month, this was my first time trying to go with. It happens all the time. Well, what happens is all the time is whenever we have a loss, there's always somebody that's here for the that's always here for the first time. So every day there's someone here for the first time, right? I realize that, you know, imagine showing up to stream for the first time and you're in a 100 pip drawdown. Yeah. It's going to go up. Yeah, based on the 4 hour, it's looking like it, but the 4 hour has 20 minutes here. I'm curious to see if we get a lick handle on the 4 hour or if we can actually close bearish, right? But we haven't had a single pullback. here observing Donvo's and saying, you said you don't watch anymore, Elevated. You wrote in my comments that you don't watch anymore. And now you're here observing the Donvo strat. It's not nice to show up and root against people. Not nice to root against people. Bad man. Yeah. I take a full loss, maybe 7-8% here. Gonna have to over risk later. It's gonna have to happen. Five-minute bottom wick. That's it. Nothing on the 15, nothing on the 30, nothing on the 1. No wicks. No orders grabbed. You survived though, just ain't taking the trades. You're... Oh shit. I was supposed to... Not the worst drawdown. Yeah, no, we definitely had worse. It's just what's the 4-hour look like? Be interesting to see how we close on the 4-hour. Five looks better now. It's just the 5. It's very small time frame. The 5 closes within 5 minutes, right? Every 5. When you take a loss, do you then risk the same amount on the next trade? Sometimes, I gotta be honest with you, on my last big loss, I raised my lots going forward, so it took me faster to make it back in general, right? But I was still taking the same position, same trades. 15 has reflip bullish. 2 minutes left on the 15. Yeah, need a bearish closure to look for more positions. And I think it would need to be a oh man, we want a bottom wick on this 15. We do want a bottom wick on the 15. Did we get one? Small, barely. There is a bottom wick, but it's barely there. I don't know. That is a tough looking 15. It's not a lit candle though. The body of the candle is bigger than the wick. The issue is the no bottom wick. Yeah, the hourly closure will be key for us, I think, here. That's what we're really gonna have to lock in on. How you doing, Wix? I'm surviving. What's the 4 hour look like here? flip bearish. It's a tough area here. It's the previous resistance that we broke in above, right? To form a support at this area. See the levels here to the left. All right, gang. Crappy level. We got 8 minutes here for the hourly closure. Alright, I'm gonna close full all of my positions right here. Alright. Could have waited, would have been B right here. I think I took a small L. Hold on. Signal channel didn't though. Signal channel is gonna close out break even here. Gotta tell the signal channel to close now. Close full here. Yeah, the signal channel got a bit of a better entry. All right, well, we avoided that big loss. Why close? I closed because there's a support there that looked like it was gonna respect. Well, I could have held it. Got 5 pips. I think I got like 5 pips too. It's possible. Hold on. Chat, I'm lying. I got out with a big fucking W here. Chat, hold on. What am I saying? I took a small loss. I'm gonna count it up for you right now. The fuck am I saying? We had pineapples up here and up here and up here. Let me count it up for you right now. Hold on. 41. 40. No, I'm lying, chat. It was a loss. I'm trying to do it because that's a lot of positions. It's a loss on my terminal. I got an overall minus 19 pips. It's all right. It's all right. We would be in a lot of profits here before the hourly close if we just held through the hourly. Watch the hourly fucking flip on us. Pull back. Oh man. Well, chat, we could have taken a 700 pip loss, and it was only 19. I was risking, I told you, if I hit full stops, would have been around 7-8%. Proud of that minus 20, yeah. Chat. Sells for minus 19. We finally have our flip. Fuck, if all these positions, if we waited an extra 10 minutes, all the positions would be in profit right now. That would be a crazy W right here. Extra 10 minutes. I really didn't like this area, but we came back, the gap fill to the left. I don't know. I looked at it. I'm like, yo, the market is giving me a chance to get out. This is what I thought to myself at this area. I was like, the market is giving me a chance to get out, right? Few minutes left. If we close bullish on this hourly, maybe we might rip up to fill the wick up. I was like, all right, let me get out and then set up for a higher probability position, right? And that's where I was, but that's the reason I got out. But damn, look at this 4 hour now. Right back to where it was. We needed a pullback. We needed a fucking pullback. Gotta drive off something. The trade worked out. It just, did we know how steep this top wick was gonna be? No. For real though, same analysis, got out because of the same support. Yeah, you see it, the market giving you a chance to get out. You're approaching these levels, higher time frame levels to the left, right? The 4 hour level here and here. So you're within this rejection area still, right? Here and here. So you're within this area. So once we got there, I thought we were break even for a second. No, we closed out at minus 19. We were break even for a second, but when the market pulls back 2 or 3 pips on 10 positions, you're no longer break even. That's 2 or 3 pips times 10. You know what I mean? It's like 20 pips. A 2 pip pullback on 10 positions is 20 pips. So like that little small, you know, flick of the market was the difference between BE or closing out in a minus or in a plus. Wow. What management? I'm so happy that like we get to sit through these. Not that it came back, not that we fucking took a small loss, but like the fact that we get to sit through these, right? And understand that or get reinforced that our understanding of the market is correct. But now we're stuck in a range. The 4 hours closed here, the 4 hour closed bearish. So you're expecting the same thing that just happened, right? You're still expecting a top wick and a pull down, but we're printing sideways now. So it's kind of like you know, it's kind of, so as we came down here, it wasn't a ranging market, but now that these candles are printing side by side, closing side by side, you're in a range, and it's very hard for me to take a top wick entry when we're in a range. Where are the haters? They're waiting. They're waiting for content that they didn't get today. Oh, there's the 4 hour top wick. It's tough. It's tough here to be on a wick entry. I know, you know, 4 hour close bear, but we're still in this range. If the 4 hour was driving, if we were down here somewhere, I'm taking that. But while we're printing side by side, it gets a little difficult here. So I gotta wait. Let's add that L. Never been more proud to add an L than today. Yeah, at this point, I'm going to wait for this to break out of the zone. You know what we haven't done? We spent that first hour in a trade. We really haven't done a high quality analysis here. Let's get back to that. Right? We're in, wow, we're in this shit show of a range, right now. Look at this. Nothing but wicks left and right on the daily. We closed Doji on yesterday's holiday candle. No decision there. Doji right now on the daily. No decision yet today. 4-hour close bearish. You're expecting come down next support. Where's our next support? Yeah, support be supporting right here. Okay, that's better now. Yeah, there's not much of a tell here on that previous 1 hour, except that if we create a steep top wick here again to resistance and start breaking lows, we'll come down. But I don't have an edge here in this case right now. How many pips was that? Minus 19 total. This is what happens when price comes up with no struggle. You closed early. I closed based on the data that was available to me at the time. Yeah, obviously hindsight is 2020, right? Hindsight is 2020, but I closed where the market gave me an opportunity to manage risk logically, right? And that's what I did. My goal at having over 100 lots running is to take risk off the table, right? My goal is not to extend my profits. My goal is to take as much risk off the table as fast as possible. Be grateful we were with Wix. What do you mean? Thank God I closed my buys before this shit. You lost 100 viewers after winning that trade? Well, we didn't exactly win, but I think it was a lot of trolls show. A lot of people show up just to see us in drawdown, see us fail, which is good too, because I think that gives us a chance to turn doubters into believers, right? It gives us a chance to change those trolls into supporters. You know what I mean? If you held longer, it was a big win. It's still a big W trade. Yeah, I get it. It's a W in my book. It's just value-wise. There's a lot of value in this, just because it reinforces, right, what I'm thinking, and it reinforces my breakdown for me. So over time, I get more and more confidence in either holding my positions or taking my positions or updating where they were supposed to. What happened here? Took around 6 positions. I was in over 10 as Wix was talking. Taking it, trusted in TPU 2648 for that wick. Went to the bathroom, came back, and I'm around 20K in profits. Hey, what a W. You're a goat. Biggest profits. What a goat. Was it possible to close your first position and let the next position run and break? We never got to the break-even part of our first position when I closed. We weren't there yet. Yeah, 19 pips, probably next trade. But I get it. If you held longer, you would have. But it's not about holding longer. I'm just going based on the the data that's available to me at the moment. The same thing, right? People are saying, oh, you should close. It's pushing up here. You should close. You're 100 pips in drawdown, or whatever it was, 80 pips in drawdown. Like, I just gotta go based on my data, not what people say here, and I gotta go based on what I understand. All right, so the hourly's giving you a top wick. You don't have much of a bottom wick though to fill. You're at a support on a smaller time frame and a higher time frame. It was a moment even Wix wasn't sure if it'll work out. Well, I'm never 100% sure. All I said was, as we were flipping bullish on the 4-hour up here, right? Right up here, I said we're going to have to see how it closes. I can't close the position yet because probability-wise we're still ahead. We have to wait till that candle closes. And if it was a leg candle, we would have had another pineapple, but it didn't give us a leg candle. It came back in range. Wix is level-headed, would have been freaking out with all these eyes on me. Yeah, bro, I'm used to. I've taken big losses in front of a lot of people before. Like over the last 4 years, last 5 years, yeah, we've had bigger losses than this would have been. It's just, it is what it is, right? Like I said, the motivation, right? The confidence comes from doing it over and over, and whenever we took a loss, we've always made it back. It would be weird if like we didn't make the last loss back and we're still struggling, right? We're taking more and then we take this one, then it's like, all right, shit's not working. But we've always made our losses back. Always. Hasn't been a single time where we haven't. Oh, there's that. There's the flip ski. Another flip ski once again. Break of the low ski. 30, 15, had the 5 close. Ugly. Yeah, news wasn't good. Wasn't good for the dollar. We discussed it. We said we might see it push up, and it did push up after that 30. Anyone still holding all of our positions? Why don't we sell at the new 4-hour? I just went over this. Because we're printing side by side. The candle's printed side by side here. It's a range. You're in a range. And it's tough for me to take an entry when we're ranging, right? When we took a top wick entry on this hourly, this was a push down. But now that this hourly's closed next to it, we're kind of printing side by side here, and we're stuck in this range, right? We're actually stuck in this range right here, from here to here. But as candles are printing side by side, it's tough for me to take top wick entries. If we were pushing, right, then all right, momentum, volume, yeah, chances are we grab a bottom wick. At the very least, we either fill the range down or we grab a bottom wick and then come up. But we've already kind of done all of this here, if you see. So it's hard for me to take that top wick entry. That would be like taking an entry now, like right here on this candle. And it wouldn't make sense. finna go up. It could go up, it could go down, but it's just noise. Tune out whatever it's doing right now. Wait for what you need it to do. I think this was what is this? This is 40 pips right here. Yeah, wow, this candle is 40 pips. This top wick to bottom wick, this little shit is 40 pips. I mean, maybe you could have done something based on the range, based on how big the range is. Yeah, I just don't like the area we're stuck in, so I'm avoiding it. We gave it a chance. We traded this area, and we spent an hour in it. Wait for NYC. That's a good idea also, right? We might see the volume show up here in about a half hour and 20 minutes for NYC open. Not NYC, NYSE. NYSE open. But let's see if we can get out of this range first. Robert's calling it. Later, Robert. Stay awesome. You see, now you're putting all this pressure on me to stay awesome. Like, what am I gonna do if I don't stay awesome? I failed you. At that point, I have failed you. Goodbye, Robert. It was fun while it lasted.
You may hate me, but it ain't no lie. Baby, bye, bye, bye.
Later, Robert. See ya, Robbo. That's a good way to say goodbye. It's very, like, positive. See ya, Robbo. I'd be happy saying goodbye to you. You took a loss. You did not take a win? Yeah, I took a 19 pip loss. It was a combined 19 pip loss. What up, Khaled? Closed the trade top of the range, was down 800. Now I'm only down 500. Okay. All right. And there it goes right back up. You go right again. Oh, Space Cadet. Yeah, man. But open 3 trades as the 30 flipped. Yo, that reminds me of the... Who does that? The Irish do it? The Scottish? The toast? He's like, I closed at the top of the wick. Aw. But I opened more cells as 30 closed. Yay! Where did I hear that? Yeah, he said it had only one bar. Aw, but it was a mile long. Yay! They didn't serve pints. Aw. They serve buckets. Yay! She was wearing glasses. Aw. And nothing else. Yay! They cost a $5. I had a $10. A hash plant. It had no leaves. Ah, I smoked them all. Yay! This is the end. Till next week. Yay! Yeah, it's so funny. Thank you, Wix and Donovan, for teaching us how to trade. You're welcome, Nahui. Damn. That in Russian, that means fuck off. That literally means, your name means fuck off in Russian. Tis nice, Ruski? No, I'm just guessing what it says. I'm just guessing it. Walk around with this Russian thesaurus. Spelling kind of different? Yeah, spelling's a bit different. It would probably be in a different language. Probably be in Russian. Oh, man. Hold on, I gotta get a charger. Aw. For my vape. Yay! Oh, he's also a doctor. Word. The fuck off, doctor. Alright, coming back up. Hey man, if you were holding everything, the market gave you an opportunity to manage risk with more data that it printed, right? Hope you did your best. I think I would get more slack if I closed at like 10 pips in profit, because people would be like, you just held 100 pips of drawdown to close at 10 pips in profit. But now it's like, all right, you could have closed at 100, you got out at minus 19, good risk management. Like, what the fuck? You'll be pissed as fuck if I close at 10 pips in profit. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. $10 pips stack though, yeah. Signal chat. Ooh, welcome, Jay. They aren't easy to calculate in the same way. I did calculate, it shows profit, but I'm missing some positions because I only see 8 positions. Yeah, because, okay, so here's the deal. When I open like 10 or 12 positions, it's for people in the signal channel, it'll sometimes, if I do a bulk closure, like if I want to close all positions at the same time, and if I don't click each one out by itself, sometimes it'll miss positions. That's why you'll see me printed in the signal channel close full here, because not all, I saw not all positions got reflected there. Yeah, when you hit bulk closure, I guess the way about it just doesn't recognize all the closures at the same time. It it does that sometimes. So if I want to close out the positions and I want to X them out, if I X them out too quickly, like if I just like double or triple click to close positions, it can miss a position too. So I like when I close them out, I got to do it slower, but like it's not really about, at the end of the day, it's about my account. If I need positions closed, I'm hitting bulk closure. Because it's showing a profit of -9. No. It's showing a profit because you see all the positions that closed, but there are some positions that are negative that got closed out too, that are minus, and they're bigger than that profit. I'm not lying to you, right? I could say it's all profit and just so whatever's in the signal channel. I'm telling you what it really was in my terminal. That's why. Yeah, most gurus will be like, nope, that's a W. You see that terminal? I mean, you see that signal channel, you don't see the losses there. No, there was losses there. There's just a bulk closure. Changed my life, half glaze. It's all right. It's cool to half glaze. What do you think about Don tweet? He didn't say anything. What did he say? I wrote what I thought. I wrote chill. That's why you have to be very careful choosing a signal channel. Yes. Well, the signal's won today. The signal's got a W. It's coming back up. Yeah, we still told everybody where to manage it. We did it live on stream. A lot of people from the signal channel show up to the streams. I think that's the biggest value. I think there's more value in signals plus live stream than in buying a course and going to the live streams. I think there's more value in that. Because you get to see the actual entry and you also get to see it discussed on stream, right? You get to see it taught, right? Because I think the stream itself is like a course, and then the behind the scenes entries. I know, but most channels are frauds. Thankfully, this one isn't. Because we do this live. Most signal channels don't stream live. You can't fake a live stream. The markets are moving in the same spot for me as they are for you. There's nothing recorded, or I don't have an almanac, right? This is not Back to the Future. This isn't Wix McFly over here, right? This is in real time, so you can't fake a live stream. What happens is what happens. Smoking a vape on a charger. Yeah, we gotta wait here. We're in a range. We're printing side by side. NYSE open here in about 2 minutes. And you see these candles side by side. Yeah, there's some big candles, some small candles, but in overall, side by side. 80, 90 pip candles. About to do the gurus thing? What do you mean? I also don't believe anyone can teach you how to trade. I think people can point you in the right direction, but I don't think you can be taught to trade. I think you can learn to trade, but I don't think you can be taught to trade, right? I think you can just, you know, be given advice, pointed in the right direction, but it's up to you to execute, right? So you can learn it, but it, like to say you taught somebody, that's why I got a big thing with guru. We're not really like, you know, a sifu or a master or a guru. Like, I'm just trying to change your trajectory. That's it, right? We're providing value through trading here, but the idea is for your trajectory to change, right? From this to this to this. But I don't think I can teach you anything here. I can just point you in the right direction by setting an example of what I do, and it's up to you to really help yourself and learn. Right? I'm not responsible for anyone's success here. I'm just, you know, I was just, right? I was that lesson along the way of your success. But you got to take all that credit, because there's nothing that you were taught here. You just picked up things that you thought were important to you, right? And you make it yours. What up, Kenny? I think watching someone live is way easier to learn with from than some text. Absolutely, because you get it, you have examples, live examples in the live markets, and the thing is, you get an example of mindset, right? What you should be paying attention to, where your mind should be zoning in on, locking in on, what areas you learn where the opportunity lies, and then it's up to you to recognize it and lock in on it in the future, right? You figure out your edge as you're seeing it play out, right? You figure out your edge as you see the example live in front of you, and it only clicks when you see it work, right? You see it, you hear it described, we talk about it, then it works out, and you're like, all right, so that worked in that example. It's time for you to recognize that same opportunity next time it shows up. Right? But a lot of people that are newer, they don't even know where to look for the opportunity. Yeah, they see the candles printing, they see the charts, they see all this, and they're not zoning in. Their eyes aren't focusing on the specific candle or specific area, right? They're looking at the same thing you are. They're not zoning in on where the opportunity is, because they're not sure where to look for that opportunity. Once we point it out, next time you'll zone in on that area, and you'll try to, if you still don't see it, it'll be easier for you to identify it, as now you'll have the area to lock in on. What I see open here. We're technically BE for the day. We had 20 pips for Asian last night, right? Wait, was it Asian or for New York? No, we had 20 pips for New York last night, I think. Yesterday. Yeah, I'm gonna be here for a little while. Probably gonna be here till like 10:30. At least 10:30, I think we'll be here. Right, this is the example we were talking about playing out here, right? Yeah, the market can drive up, but it's gonna have to pull back, create some bottom wicks, grab orders. That's what it did here. See, not this candle, not that previous candle, the next one. We spoke about all of this. Late to the Zoom, let me in. Gotcha, Nick. Hold on. Created a steeper bottom wick. Previous 30s really got no top wick here. It's not a leg candle, but no top wick. Minor top wick. Gang, give me a second. Got this J that's outside. I'm gonna take a couple of pull skis here for the fam. Previous 5 leg candle. Yeah, I just saw Kenny. I'm like, damn, I gotta go. I'm gonna go take a few pulls. I know Kenny's like 2 blunts in already. Give me 2 minutes, gang. I'll be right back. Nothing going on yet. We're just, as I said, for the last half hour, printing side by side here. Hold on. Ah, beard's on fire. Ah. I think I just burned some of my beard. Yeah, my beard out here looking like Alex G's Lambo. I'm gonna need a fire extinguisher. Oh, this stream finna get way better right now. Chat. Just went outside, grabbed some vibes. I'm bringing them back with me. I got full pockets full of vibes. Oh yeah. This year, All my kids' teachers getting an 8th for Christmas. Straight up. Oh. Woo! We're good now. And the vape is 50% charge. How did you know? It's more than 50. That vape charged quick too. That vape at 70%. Up 300 on the day, came back from minus 800 to plus 1100 for the day. You mean in drawdown, or you actually had closed at minus 800 and now you're closing at plus 1100? Chinese batteries charge quick. Which one? The explosive ones? Yeah, the ones that explode, they definitely charge quick. You're closed minus 800, now you're up 300. That's a fucking W. That's a lot of work though. That probably took a lot out of you. You gotta reset your mind. Approach the next setup, the next trade, level-headed, completely independent of your previous position, right? Completely separate. What happened before doesn't play. Yeah, like my next trade probably be 10 pips, right? No matter what the result of this previous one was, my next trade is most likely, 10 to 20 pips. Chat, if this kind of lighter explodes in your hand, can that really like fuck shit up? Like from this kind of lighter. Last year, I was smoking and I lit my J up and I put this lighter on the table, and as soon as I put it on the table, like it was like 1 second and bang, and it exploded. So I'm just wondering if that shit exploded in my hand, would that have been a lot of damage? You need a better lighter? I got a torch also. But I don't know. When I use the torch, like I'm afraid. I gotta move my hair. I gotta put a hair net. I gotta put like a leather hair net on. Get a Zippo. I've had like 8 Zippos over the last few years, and I lose all of them. I don't know where any. You know what it is? I'm tired of spending a lot of money on lighters, on 2 things: lighters and glasses. Every time I get an expensive pair of glasses, I leave it somewhere. Yo, my girl bought me some Burberrys. Yo, I can't find them again. It was like $400 glasses, right? I mean, they're not too expensive, but like they're not cheap, right? $400. And it sucks, right? It sucks when you're a trader and you think of everything in terms of pips, and you're like, well, that's not expensive. That's only like, like 5 pips or 4 pips. That is the worst part of trading, because you think of everything in terms of pips, and it's like, some shit is just, it doesn't make sense, but then the pips make sense, and you're like, all right, let's do it. Because you end up talking yourself into stupid purchases based on pip count. So Yo, my girl bought them for me, Matt. Like, it's pretty expensive for glasses, and we went to Tennessee, and like the first night we went out to eat, you know what we went to? We went to um Gatlinburg, not Gatlinburg, the other one, the one over, the town over, and I just left them in the first restaurant. I sat down, I put them down, and when we got up, I just left them on there. I don't remember. Pigeon Forge. Yeah, Pigeon Forge. There we go. We went out to, you know how they got the theme parks over there at Pigeon Forge, and we went to the distillery, and I think we bought every flavor they had, and I left my glasses there, and I was like, yo, I'm tired of this shit. That's it. No more expensive glasses and expensive lighters. Like, I leave lighters and glasses everywhere. Watch is a different thing, because watch you don't take off. I don't wear watches. I'm not a big fan of anything on my wrists. Like, I don't like, anything metal around my wrists. I get fucking PTSD from that shit. It takes me back to my teenage years. I'm like, nope. You wear wood watches? Yo, check this out. I got a wood watch too. I stopped wearing it a long time, but tell me this is not a firewood watch. Check this out. How gangster is that? I don't know if you guys see it. Wait, you guys see it now? It's made out of wood. That's all wood. Wood bezel, wood dial. That's oak. It's like reclaimed oak. It's fire, right? White oak. Different colors. Yeah, I had like different ones, like different designs, but I gave them all out. What's the time, Woody? Hey, Woody, what's the time? Yeah, this market can't figure out where it's going right now. This looked like the bearish hourly flip a second ago, didn't it? Oh, people at the Zoom door, right on time. Minutes for this hourly closure. We gotta get out of this range. We gots to get out of this range. Uh-oh. Somebody's got the YouTube unmuted. Yeah, if you unmute your mics in the Zoom, just mute the YouTube so we don't hear an echo. Who's that? Was that me? No, that's not me. Oh, that was Kenny. And I wonder. Did you see that guy floating in the ocean on a fridge that they rescued yesterday? The guy was out there just like for 24 hours on a fridge. That's wild. I would have probably opened that bitch and just closed myself inside it just to rest. Fuck that, son. Did you see XZ turn 100 into a milli? I mean, I saw a milli hit, but I didn't see the process. I know what I didn't see. I didn't see a single live entry into those positions. I saw the closures. I didn't see a single live entry. I didn't see, and you know how I know that no entries were shown, right? Because not a single other person came up. If you were showing your entries, right? Like you guys are here, right? You're taking my entries a lot of times, right? This is for educational purposes only, YouTube. But like you guys, people would be taking his entries, right? There would be people writing their accounts up. That's how I know no entries were given during the filming of this show. Easiest way to make people millionaires, right? Could have taken a whole bunch of people with him. It is what it is. That's not our concern, though, right? We stay in our own lane. Imagine I started my streams only like right as I'm about to close the position up. Every day you'd show up, be tight as fuck. I'll be pissed the fuck off. Alright, again, closing out right here for 20 pips. But we would do it because we scalp, we would do it daily. Closing out right here, 30 pips. Calling it a session. I'll be pissed off, man. Another position or call the session? I don't know. We shall see. Will we take another position, Chad? Will we take another position? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be here till at least 10:30. I'm waiting for us to get out of this ugly ass range, right? We're just wicking up and down here, and wicks are ranges, so we're stuck in this, in this shit show. Yeah, whether we have a position or not, Eddie's exactly right. It's going to depend on the market, what it does. Still at a loss for words. I've been watching y'all for well over 3 years. What do you mean? Years deep, you're a multi-millionaire? No, Eddie. He said he's been watching. He didn't say he's been marketing for 3 years. It's definitely not. I'm marketing. Damn. 3 years deep. That's like... Can you really be... You can... Is that distance? Can we really count distance with time? In light years, yeah. Imagine digging a hole. How deep is that hole? 4 hours? How tall is that building? 4 years? Damn. What size shoe you wear? 22 minutes? That's crazy. No, we get it, Wildfire. No. It takes a lot just to speak in the chat, right? Because there's 500 people, 600 people at times. 420 right now. Hey, 420. Right? A lot of people here, a lot of judgments, a lot of opinions. So, welcome. We like the interaction. I hope more people speak up. Anything you can measure at a constant velocity, you can translate it to time. Very true. Very true. Or it sounds very true. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight candle bodies just right next to each other. This is going to have to push heavy. Typically when you range like this, you push heavy afterwards. Let's see what happens. What do we have going on in terms of news this week? Wow, we have nothing tomorrow. Ooh, tomorrow's my mom's birthday. Yeah. It's Mama Wick's birthday tomorrow. just realized that. But Thursday, there's an exciting day. Wednesday's going to be an exciting day. Thursday is going to be exciting for you guys. Look at this. Retail sales, unemployment claims. Ooh, yeah, goosebumps thinking about it. It's like hearing my favorite song on a road trip. Ooh. Your daughter at school today? Yeah, all three of them. They're all at school. Thank you. You know, Mama Wix watches the stream sometimes. Like once in a while, she'll hop in here just to see, like, if we took a win or a loss, and she told me, she's like, that's how I know how to call you. Like, do I call you happy or do I call you all like? So I'm like, Ma, I'm not upset anytime you call me. She's like, yeah, but like if you take a loss, I don't want to call you, and you probably want your space. I'm like, no, we're good, Ma. And I didn't know about this. She only told me about that like last week. She told me, yeah, I hop in sometimes like at the end of the stream or like, you know. So if you're on here, love you, Ma. She'll be 54 on the 16th. Hey, happy birthday to your mom as well. 10 a.m. here. We've gone nowhere for 2 straight hours. This is our session. Our whole session has been right here. These 2 candles so far. Just wicks. Indecision, right? We closed basically where we started. She doesn't know her son trades with 0 emotions. No, I'm her little kid, right? I'm the youngest one. I'm the baby of the family. Right, so she knows me growing up. I was the most, right, loose cannon ever. I told you, trading is an experience, is a very humbling experience. Right? It'll really put you in your place and, you know, make you see the world from a different perspective. We got to see something. We need the market to give us a heavy push. If we can finally see a bearish break, I wouldn't mind that either. Here's the thing. We've already tapped a pretty strong resistance, right? We've created top wicks here again at this area on the higher time frame. We've closed bearish here on this 15. I know it's an indecision candle here on the 30 and the hourly. Well, the 30's actually closed bearish. Smaller time frames have closed bearish. If we can push, that would show us a, because right now, look, the last few candles created higher high, higher low, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, made a higher low again. If we break that high, higher high. But if we're able to actually do this, right? And you're breaking this structure here that's being formed in this little range. We can then once again play the volume as we broke out of the range and the relationship with these two candles and fill the wick. Right? We've respected resistance a few times. Now, if we push up here and we start closing above, it's a 4-hour flip. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not a 4-hour flip. That's the break of the 4-hour high. Honestly, we're driving off a smaller time frame support, not a higher time frame support. I think if we see closures above 26.56, I would need to see a resistance formed up there. So here's the deal. This is what it would look like. If we start breaking up here and we don't come down like I just drew, if we start doing this, we would need a heavy wick to fill, or if we have a small wick, right? If we have something like this, I'm going to look for a resistance to be formed here because I want to drive off of support. The only way for me to drive off support, I got to see a resistance form anywhere above 26.56 and then another closure. Oh, wait, why did that go back? Right, and then another closure above what we create. So we'd want to see something like this. Then I can look to finish out the range. Right, I want to see an attempt to come back down in range, which would be either here or here. I want to see it fail, and then I want to close above the resistance that's going to be created above this area. If we can do that, great. I want to push off something, right? If we're coming down, we already grabbed orders here. Coming up, yeah, I don't know. I think we should have came down lower or maybe somewhere here and then broke up, then yeah, I would take that. That would also be our range 2 breakout, right, as we're coming up here with the most recent volume. Well, now let's look at the daily. Right, so as the most recent volume was up, you have your range 1, range 2, and then anything below here, right? Range 2 breakout that we just drew prior. So this is what it would look like, right? You get closure here, that's your range 2 breakout. You could just take that wick fill. But side by side movement, horizontal candle right now. This is the candle printing right now. We don't want to trade this. Take trades off the 30. I take them more depending. I take them when all time frames line up, or when a large portion of the time frames line up. Sometimes it's off the 1, sometimes it's off the 5, sometimes off 15s. On the news, we get a lot of 1-minute trades, right? Whenever we have NFP, CPI, PPI, FOMC, a lot of times we'll have entries off the 1 minute. So it really depends. Appreciate you, my friend. Learn about you from Stoic. Yeah. Shout out to Stoic. He's been here for a while. Stoic has been around for like, I think, 2 to 3 years also, right? I don't know if he's here. Is he live streaming right now? Seems like gold's preparing to blast off to all-time highs. I just... Like, but based off what? We don't, like, we've tapped a nice area here to come up, but like, it was getting ready to do that here and here and here. At some point, these were really bullish candles, right? At some point, these candles were like this, right? Like this. Like this. It's gonna need a catalyst, and if it needs a catalyst, we have no news today, right? On somebody, unless somebody calls in like, oh, never mind, some shit to the Pentagon, or like, unless Trump tweets right now, or I don't know, or there's another assassination. Like, the market's waiting for numbers, and I think Thursday numbers might be it. Might be the catalyst to drive us out the range. We might see the next 2 days of ranging. The thing is, this is a 400 or 500 pip range, right? Like, there's room to trade here on a smaller time frame. But I think the catalyst responsible for a drive that's going to have enough volume to actually push us that heavy, I think Thursday might be it. Next thing you know, 1 hour from now, we're at all-time highs. Oh, what up, Stokes here? Yeah. W. Devontae Adams to the Jets. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see if there's enough volume to push out the range. Invest in crypto? Not really. You see Dante get into it with Jalen Brunson? Yeah, I saw. I mean, they're just competitive, like, right? Like, you're in the NBA, you gotta be a dog. You gotta be extra competitive. That's cool. He said it was an inside joke, so I appreciate that from his end as well. He was like, yeah, we'll talk it out. They didn't make it public. It's all cool. They'll be fine. I saw the Knicks win, though. That's what I saw. Shit was like a playoff game. 15 closed bullish here at resistance. Is it volume enough to push us out the range? Well, we'll see with a closure, right? The actual closure outside the range will be the indication of volume. Came late to the stream, run us through if you can. Yeah, I've discussed it as the trade was happening. That's the great thing about YouTube. It's all recorded, right? You can just rewind the stream to the first, like, to 8 a.m. There's a time on the screen. Rewind to 8 a.m. Once the hourly closed, we were looking for sells off this top wick here, and we added 5 pineapples on the way up at every resistance that we've driven down from before. That was the idea, right? And then eventually it came down, and that was it. The idea was a heavy push outside the range and a fill of this wick. It did fill the wick, as you can tell, but it did it in not in the way that we wanted it to do it or that we expected it. Price still, there's just not enough catalyst for the market to drive outside that range at the moment, and price ended up bouncing in there. But yeah, that was the ideology behind today's trade.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Capiche? Yeah, I don't even think we need to go off the 5 up here. I think this is solid. Yeah. Remember what we said, we want either a heavy push up and a pullback, or we want a closure above the range if it's not a heavy push up, and a resistance formed, and a break of that resistance, a bullish break of that resistance. But no matter what, we need a closure outside the range first. Story behind capiche? I don't know, I just like saying capiche. Capiche? It was a phase. I was saying it a lot for a while, and then I just kind of forgot about it. We all go through phases of just saying shit. Italian. Bambino-ish. Pushing. Let's go. Give us a heavy push. We want a steep push. There we go. This is good. So you want a steep push, and then you want a pullback so we can fill a wick here. This is good. Right? We have 10 minutes to closure. We need to close outside this range. If this pulls back right now and closes back below 26.56, it's no bueno. Right? We need to see a closure up above here. So this is a nice, solid push. Hell yeah. Let's go. Push like you're pregnant. Well, no. Push like you're in labor. Don't push like you're pregnant. Let's go. Eight minutes here. We got to see a nice pullback, a steep wick left. You see, there's no bottom wick on this 15. There's a chance it closes back in range. That's still possible. So the indication of volume will be the actual closure outside the range. Right? So this is exactly what we want to see, but we also want to see it close before either filling the wick back up or closing back in range. We'll just wait for a closure. 7 minutes. So if it's gonna reject and refill the wick before the closure on the, let's say the 5 here, last 5, it would probably do it off these wicks to the left right here, right? The most recent, because that's the most recent area of resistance, right? That now you break up above. If you hold it at support, so this is your first chance to make a support here as you're tapping these areas. So you're gonna see some kind of reaction, either back up, it might even refill the wick and re-break the high here in the next 5 minutes before we get a closure. But if it doesn't, then we expect this to be a support that held, right? Because it's tapped these areas and didn't break below them. And then if we do that on the next candle, we'll be part of it. But I want to be sure that the price is going to close above, right? And if it refills it, rebreaks it now and goes, then it's alright. We wait for closure. If it's not a great closure for us, then we just avoid it. You had a weak entry, what, off this head and shoulder area to the left? 2669. Yeah. It's roughly 40 pips. 56.9, yeah. Great job. Very good job. There goes. 5 minutes here. 5 minutes for the starter to close. I want this to pull back more. A lot of volume, but I want this to pull back more. Oh, hold on a second, gang. Give me a minute. BRB. Watch the beard. True. Glaze? No, half glaze. Damn. A little tough, these levels to the left. Is that 5 it? I mean, that was a great rejection to these wicks off the 5. It's tough, right? That initially, this never gave a bottom wick. Look at that, we broke all these highs. Chances of the next candle not giving a top wick. 50 seconds here. We want a nice top wick to be left. This isn't great, but it's not bad. No, I would wish this pulled back more. Yeah, there you go. 30 seconds here. Five closing bearish. You've tapped a nice resistance area. I need a steeper bottom wick. That's not it. It can push up here. I need a steeper bottom wick. 2657 areas right here. But we need that without a top wick. I was looking for a wick entry of 26573 before it makes the top wick. Now if it rebreaks the lows here, you can take a rebreak of the high. Expecting 19 pips. But it's got to rebreak the low. It's got to grab orders. If it just comes up, then it comes up. I'm not going to be in it. Gave you almost 10 pips, I guess. Flip the tape. To the left we have high rejections. Yeah, on the higher time frame, this is a strong rejection area. That's why I wanted to give ourselves a better advantage point and take a bottom wick entry before it flipped bullish. Right, but it created a small bottom wick, flipped bullish, filled more than half this wick to the left, and it's coming down to re-break the lows. So once again, that's not my position. Maybe the next 15 or the next 30. I'm gonna be here till 11. I think we'll make 11 the cutoff point. Unless we're in a position, then we'll just manage the position through. But I think we'll have 11 as the cutoff point. Fuck, I forgot. I'm out of papers. I can't even roll another J. I was gonna roll a J, but I'm out of papers. I was too lazy to go to the store last night. Dee-dee-dee. Perfect. What are we doing here? Going back down. Let's see. Maybe the hourly leaves a nice wick for us. Let's see. Let's see what happened. It's a beautiful day outside. You guys need to go outside barefoot, touch some grass, stand on some grass. If you don't have any grass, go step on someone's plant. Just, if they ask you what you're doing, tell them you need it to feel planted today. Wicks told me. Tell them to come to the stream if they got issue with it. Are we back in range yet? Can't see, I'm outside. Nope, not yet. Let me go step on someone's garden. Let me go grab some coffee. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be here till probably 11. Already flipping bullish. Yeah, this candle's gonna look like it's supposed to look, right? This is the bottom wick we were waiting for, right here. Before we made a top wick, this is the exact area I said, 57.3. These wicks here. This was gonna be the bottom wick entry before the candle started. But it started with a top wick, so I can't take that. Because once we grab orders, right, once we get a top wick, there's a chance that candle comes back down in range. So as it's coming down here, I can't take a bottom wick entry. I'm gonna wait on the hourly here. See what that does. Catching a big move on Nas. Yeah, a whole bunch of people are in cells in the clubhouse on Nas. And US 30, right? No, US 30 was nice. I don't know, this candle don't know what it's doing. Up, down, up, down. Come on, candle. What's your pronouns? Oh. This shit identifies as confused. And yeah, another indecisive candle. Where, when? True. If we knew where, when, we wouldn't need to be here right now. $19 minutes for this 1 hour candle. Will it respect support or does it close bullish? What will it do? Does it close bullish above the range or below? Imagine this one, I'll do the same shit. Flipping what in the last 20 minutes? It'd be tough with all the structure that it's created now on the higher time frame, not just the smaller time frame. Higher highs, higher lows on every time frame. The 4 hour, look at this. It's good structure. Higher time, higher low, or lower low, and then higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high. Structure. Candle structure. I think if we're going to close back in range, it needs to push now. Excuse me.
The smoke got me. I got bronchitis.
But if we close like this on the hourly, it's going to be the same concept as we had on the hourly at 8 a.m. Right? You're going to expect the fill of the wick on the higher time frame. Best me to it? Yeah, I was waiting on beat me to it. Either or. Either one works. I was waiting for you to say, press the button. Well, in my head I was waiting, but really I was acting on it. Pull the lever, Crom. Wrong lever. Why do you even have that lever? Yo, that is my favorite movie. That is my favorite movie of all time. Straight up. Oh, right now it feels like my favorite. You know, I have different moods. You Breaking Bad today? Nice. Boondocks? No, it's from The Emperor's New Groove. Did you watch the Menendez brothers? I watched the first 5. I think I'm on episode 6 of the series, and then I'm gonna watch the special. I'm watching the series first because they got 2 shows right now, right? They got Monsters, and then they got the Menendez brothers. So I'm watching the show first. It's sick. That whole family was sick. You think they're guilty? I didn't finish watching the whole thing. Like, yeah, obviously they're guilty. They blew the faces off their parents with fucking shotguns at point blank range. Yeah, and they admitted to doing it. But like, the story behind it is fucking crazy. Like, do they deserve, you know, the death penalty? I don't know. I don't know. So, but I didn't finish watching the whole thing yet, right? I'm on like episode 6. And they're both in jail at the moment with the lawyer just going back and forth and trying to make a case. It's a fucked up story. Their parents, I mean, I think they probably deserve everything they got, right? Like, they tortured and destroyed their kids. So I don't know who's guilty, who's not. That's, you know, at the end of the day, it's not going to be for me to decide, and I'm thankful that it's not for me to decide. Spoil it. I don't want to watch it anymore. Just tell me. It's crazy. No, it's interesting. Like, I know the story, right? I remember it when it happened, right? Like, it was in the news, and like, I remember in the 90s it was in the news again. So, like, it's nothing new. It's just the way they tell the story and all the details behind it. You gotta watch it. Who are the monsters? That's a good question. Too busy being a mod. I watch everything on 2 times speed or 2x speed. Yeah. Who's got the time? I don't. Yo, I'm at 4x over here. You feel me? Who's got the time? I watched the evening news in like 12 minutes. Imagine fast forwarding live. Yeah. Joe Rogan podcast, you know how long they are? Them shits are like 3 hours. Who's got 3 hours? I don't sit in traffic all day long. Every podcast, 2x. The crazy thing is you get used to everyone talking so fast that then when it goes back to real life mode, or like you're talking to other people, it's like, why are they so slow? Because your brain is now used to listening and picking up everything really quickly. And then once you're outside of that, it's like, why are they being so slow right now? Just get it out. Joe Rogan is fucking 2 paragraphs in already. You're trying to tell me one word. All right. pushing, pushing. Yeah. It looks pretty now, right? But it didn't make this bottom wick first. It made a top wick first. I mean, the same idea would apply here on the hourly closure. Just need a pullback. Hasn't closed yet. Where are you from? That's a wild question. That's like asking Messi or Ronaldo. Definitely Pulisic. Pulisic better than both. Easy. Easy clap. USA, USA, USA. People at the Zoom door just showing up. Welcome. Six minutes. Yeah, we'll see how we close here. If we get a wick, we might have entries on the next hourly. This can pull back here to like 26.58 in the last 6 minutes. Anywhere in the 50s, honestly. Do shit here. This would be 270 pip stop. This was the move you were expecting the first time when we were in drawdown, but it didn't grab any orders at that point. You needed to come back, grab orders. The market doesn't just drive in a straight line. We know that. Right? It doesn't move in a straight line. It drives in a straight line, but doesn't move in a straight line typically. Right? Up and down movements. Yeah, if this closes with no top wick or it doesn't pull back or we open them, we fill the wick that it does leave first, we'll call it a session. It's all right. Two-hour closure. There's no edge here, right? Closes no top wick, that would indicate no range. If it does leave a top wick, you would need to open it with a bottom wick first, and you would need to have a range that makes sense to fill, right? Can't have a 3-pip range, 4-pip range. You also can't close at resistance, above, below, with room, with a wick to fill. Fine. Let's go. Let's go back to 57. We go. 58. So look at this area, right? If it's gonna stay up above, you'll see play where that wick is from that previous range. So right here, it's gonna make a decision whether to stay bullish or come back down back in range, right as it taps this area. Let's see what happens. Late session, yeah. Yeah, we're typically like 3, 4, 5 trades in, right, by 10. I mean, separate positions in New York. Asian was ugly too. A long weekend, bank holiday yesterday for the US, and then really no news today, no red folders today, right? So it's just no catalyst to drive the market. NYC open maybe. Right here. This is the 9:30 candle, 10 a.m. drove. So we're back into the 50s. Yep, 59. Remember 58, 57 would be lovely to close on the hourly candle. If we can get a 30 with no bottom wick or a 15 no bottom wick, really cool. 10 seconds here. Lock in, gang. Might have positions. Really going to depend on how we open here. 30 closing bullish. Let's see. 58. 3. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna take a buy right here. Just took a buy, 58.6. Expecting the flip and a retap of these highs before it does anything, and a top wick on this candle. Our target would be less here. Actually, the overall target. Around here. I'm expecting some kind of top wick to be made here. Once this flips bullish, or once this candle flips, I have to go break even. That's about 9-10 pips. But the flip is the advantage point, and then a top wick, the previous wick, is your second advantage point. Remember, we're also taking a trade as it's moving against us, right? As it's making a bottom wick. So you might see drawdown, you might see more drawdown than usual because you're taking a wick entry. But we're taking this outside the range after a heavy push, wick to fill, and an advantage point. Strong. All right, closing half here at 12. I'm gonna go break even on my second half of my position. I'm gonna close full here at 20. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Closed half here. I closed half at 9 and full here at 12. That's what it came out to. So I'm out and I closed 9 and 12. Yeah, no 20. I said 20 because I saw combined of my two positions. I counted the balance. The flip, and as we started breaking the highs, I just closed full because of the area that we're at. Oh, see, now it's pulling back. Great closure. What a fucking W closure. I closed right at the peak of this. What a fucking W. Signal channel, it came out to 6 and 11. 6 and 12. All right. All done. I don't know. Let's see. Like if it taps this area without re-breaking the high right now, and then re-breaks the high, like if it's able to come down to 26.56 and re-break the high, you're highly likely to fill this wick to the left, right? With the orders grabbed from here. So I don't know, but that's a fucking W. I'm closed that one perfectly. Win number 245. That was a combined. We're still down for the day. We're minus 2 pips. We're basically B for the day. You have speeches going on the rest of the day. Yeah, for the next 2 hours. Member Daily, Member Kugler. I don't know 'em. I know one thing. They ain't Member Powell. We got IPS here. Clubhouse knows. We got the irritable Powell syndrome. We can't stand that. Oh, man. You got 17.2 pips in this last trade. You're still down very little. Oh, I think I'm going to enjoy having Jay here. They told me about you, Jay. They said you're a mathematician. I heard stories. Look, it came down to this area again, right? It tapped this area again, that previous decision-making area, that wick from before. It's 30 to the flip. I don't know. I don't trust it. It flipped already once on us. It made a bottom wick and flipped. I don't know. I can see this coming down further. A bit further. We did what we were supposed to do. We waited for our position. Remember what I told you, chat. My next trade, probably looking, right? 10 to 20 pips. We're not looking for anything more. I'm not looking to really have a massive revenge trade or like, you know. We're just looking for our position and our edge. And that's what we got here. That's what we got here. Brother, ew. Still gonna do that flip. But yeah, maybe 26.56 was the area for me. Oh, right now at this point, like it can flip. How much room? You would probably look at this wick previously as your advantage point, or even the 26.61. If it does flip, you don't have much. You have about 8 pips of an advantage point before it can reflip on you. What a long stream. What a lovely stream. Very valuable stream. We started off with drawdown. Managed that perfectly. You know, tuned out the noise. Heard a lot of whispers. A lot of whispers in the chat, right? A lot of this going on. But we waited for our position. And that's what we got here. Yeah, every stream that we have to sit through drawdown is a lot more valuable than any other streams that where the trades go straight to profit, because we get to have a lot more discussion, right? There's a lot more risk management that's actually talked about than it's just like profits. Oh, great. This is what we saw. This is why. Obviously, right? This is obviously what we saw. This is obviously why. But like, you know, when we get a chance to manage risk, when there's live examples of that, that's where the value seems to be. For people that are really actually interested in learning to trade, not just to get the profits. Made sense now, right? It made a bottom wick. We took the bottom wick entry, it flipped, we closed, and then it rebroke those lows and it tapped this area. Once it rebroke those lows, once it rebreaks the highs, or since it rebroke those lows, once it rebreaks the highs, it's grabbed more orders. It should drive further than what it did the first time. But honestly, I think I'm done here. I was expecting a tap off this area, maybe if it tapped this support, because to the left, this is the area where we actually driven from. Right here, right? We've already tapped this area on the 15. If we go to the 15 here, right? That wick has already been tapped. So if we didn't drive at this point and came back, right? Maybe we need to grab more orders to drive further. Maybe not. Maybe it's going to fill the wick here right now, and that's it. But yeah, price action is just being price action. It's doing exactly what gold does. Been eager with my pile ups today. Got wait for those levels. Yes. Yes. There goes. Rebreaking the highs for now again. Reflipping again. Chat, I'm going to call it a session. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. No news tomorrow, so really more price action. We'll probably still be in this range, if I'm being honest. I still think we'll be in this range in tomorrow's session. Where are we at? 26.60 right now, 26.59. So I think tomorrow we'll be somewhere around here. All right. You trading Asian session? No, there's no Asian. The only time I do Asian is on Sundays. The Sundays is a private session for everyone in the Signal channel, so that's the only time I do Asian session. Every other day it'll be 8 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. All right. Yep. Let's call it a session. Thank you guys for sticking it out with me. Rebreaking the highs here. Charts rebroke the highs, so. Congrats to you if you took dubs with us. Good luck to you if you're still trading. Don't overtrade. If you are overtrading, make sure you have your the hotline number saved for Overtraders Anonymous, so we can, they can really help you. Mods, chat, love and wisdom to you all. Mods, thank you for being here today. Zoom gang, I'll see you on the clubhouse side. All right. As for me, my time here is up, gang. Let's get our outro going. Perfect. Let's get a cha-ching. W. All right. And just like that, another New York session is in the books. Have a good day, everyone.